Welcome. This presentation will focus on APA-style in-text citations from the 7th edition APA-style manual. In your assignments, you will be using research, which is the work of others to validate the information in your paper. An in-text citation is an acknowledgement you include in your content of this information. It usually gives the author's last name, the year of publication, and the page number of the relevant text. In-text citations allow the reader to look up the full source information in your reference list and see your sources for themselves. You will put the citation within or at the end of the sentence you are using the information, which may be several in-text citations within a paragraph. It is never correct to just put a citation at the end of the paragraph. Your citation needs to be by the information you used. An in-text citation should be included whenever you quote or paraphrase a source in your paper. Paraphrasing means putting information from a source into your own words. In-text citations are just as important here as with quotes, to avoid the impression you're taking credit for someone else's ideas. Include page numbers where possible, to show where the information can be found. On the slide is an example of the correct way to paraphrase and cite in text with a page number, but it is also correct if you don't add a page or paragraph number. Quoting means including the original author's words directly in your text, usually introduced by a signal phrase. Quote should always be cited and indicated with quotation marks, and you should include a page number or paragraph number indicating where in the source the quote can be found. On the slide is an example of an in-text citation for a direct quote. You must add the page or paragraph number in the citation and have quotation marks. There are two types of in-text citations in APA: parenthetical and narrative. Parenthetical citations include the authors and the date of publication within parentheses. Narrative citations intertwine the author as part of the sentence with the date of publication in parentheses. On this slide are several examples of parenthetical citations for paraphrasing if you have one author or several authors. You will see that the in-text citation goes at the end of the sentence. Some students will try to cite at the end of a paragraph, but this isn't correct. You need to cite after the information you are using, even if it is several times within the paragraph. You will notice in the citation for several authors you will use an and sign and not the word and. Remember, when citing a work with 3 or more authors, APA 7th edition allows the use of et al. After the first author's name. Here are several examples of parenthetical citations for direct quotes if you have one author or several authors. You will always add a page or paragraph number in the citation to mark the exact place the reader can find the quote. Here are examples of a narrative in-text citation. You will notice that you start with the author's last names, then add the year in parentheses following the author's name. Remember, you cannot put an article or company name here, as this is considered anthropomorphism, which is the attribution of human characteristics to non-human entities, objects, or concepts. It results in ambiguity or misleading communication and thus should be avoided in APA style. For quotation examples using narrative citation, you use the author's last names at the start of the sentence and then the year of publication in parentheses and the page or paragraph number at the end of the sentence. While these are the basics of in-text citations, you will probably be using other types of media, such as websites, articles found on the internet, video, ebooks, PowerPoints, personal conversations, etc. Any and all information you use will need to be cited in text. For a comprehensive look at how to cite in text other types of media, click the link on the slide. For additional information on APA in-text citations, click on these links.